Hello again. This is going to be another video where I kind of just talk for 10 minutes. And today's topic is about being yourself. I don't know about you, but I've been on my authenticity arc lately, I guess. And I've been really thinking about a lot of things. I've been trying to look at my whole life with this new perspective, and I just kind of wanted to talk on how that's going on for me. Because when you hear when you hear the advice about being yourself, just be yourself. It's a phrase that we hear so often. It's almost cliche in a way, and it's lost its initial meaning when it comes to being tangible advice. But what I kind of realized is being yourself, or when you hear like be yourself, they don't really mean about like, oh, just be you. It just they're talking about, oh, be comfortable being you. It's about authenticity, embracing your shortcomings and not really being dragged on by other people's expectations. And don't get me wrong, it's easier said than done, especially in the world and in the society that we live today, where there's huge expectations for young people, you know, to both look and be on their best behavior. And like in any given moment in time on the internet, you could see some niche internet micro celebrity getting dragged on social media. It's scary. It's a scary notion to be yourself. But the truth is, I feel like nobody really has it all together, especially when they're young. And everybody wants to seem like they do have it all together, but that's not the case, you know. Everybody is still young and just learning who they are. And if you are young, just don't stress about feeling different and not fitting in, because I can tell you, like, as a kid, I've moved maybe 5 times in my life, and it's all sporadic. Like maybe like a year I would like stay for like one location, then I would move again like the next year. Like, and so I know what it's like being different. I've felt like I've not belonged before. I've felt like I've been excluded. I felt the pressure to fit in. But despite all of that, I think if you're young, it's important to carry yourself how you're comfortable with. Carry yourself like as comfortably as you can. Because I think about the moments where I was in like middle school and I didn't have no filter, and I kind of just did young stupid shit, and it was fun because like I didn't really care about how other people cared about me. And when I look back, I think yeah, maybe it's my nostalgia, but like those are probably like the happiest years I've had. So if you feel like you're kind of just fronting, maybe the first step is to kind of just cut the bullshit, uh, and be ourselves more. Just free ourselves from that expectation, I guess. I think as soon as we can be comfortable, well, at least as soon as we can become more comfortable being ourselves, I think the more we can start living our experiences more authentically. And when we embrace vulnerability, we open ourselves up to more meaningful experiences, relationships, and it hopefully would lead to a more fulfilling life, because you're not hiding under a fucking mask. Yeah, like there's a movie I watched like a few weeks ago, and it's called Diddy. Uh, no, like it's not about the Diddy you're thinking. It's not about P Diddy, but it's about this like 13-year-old Taiwanese kid who lives like in SoCal in like the early two or like the late 2000s, I guess, because it's like whatever. And he was kind of in this like middle stage in his life between elementary or like middle school and high school, and like he just basically does suburban kid shit, where he just hangs out with friends, talks to a girl but then fumbles her. He argues with his parents and his sister, and like yeah, he's just some like some immigrant kid, and and in the movie, there were several times where he kind of puts on an act, where he wants to fit in, and so he changes himself up in a way. You know, he pretends to like the movies his crushes like. He pretends to be a cinematographer for some skaters, and overall he kind of just fronts and he puts on a mask. But eventually he fails, you know, because he's playing a character, and his crush figures out he's never watched Star Wars, and his skater friends, see that he's probably never done any professional cinematography in his life, and yeah, they just leave him because he was not being authentic. He was playing a part, and I think that speaks to me per se, because I feel like, you know, like not recently, but I felt like there's times where I put on a persona, and I felt like I was playing a part to some extent, and I think it's kind of beautiful that like this film can show you how, you know, some kids can feel the exact same pressure and same expectation to kind of just look their best or act their best, because, you know, when you're young, like there's so much emphasis on, like, you know, getting to know other people and like finding the sense of belonging, when in reality, like, there are gonna be times where even if you are authentic, people will leave. There are gonna be times where your closest friends just stop hanging out with you, right? And that did happen in Diddy, by the way. Like, and so, like, if being fake doesn't matter because people are gonna leave, and being real doesn't matter because people are gonna leave, I think that really puts a lot less emphasis on, you know, how you should act, because like no matter what you're gonna do, you're gonna fail in life, and that's the reality of it. That's like the bitter fact, you know. You're gonna get hurt, and it took a while for me to understand that, you know. There are gonna be times where nothing makes sense and you feel alone, but, you know, everything is temporary, like including emotions and feelings, and, you know, how it feels at the moment if you're depressed, I guess. So if there's any kind of advice I have to give, this, like, other than being yourself, but in regards to failure, like, the best you can do is kind of just move on, you know. And yeah, I haven't really figured it out until recently that that's all people can do when they struggle or when they find themselves failing. It's just, you know, keep moving forward. Like, it's like that Meet the Robinsons film, like from 2008, where a kid goes back into the future, or he goes into the future, and he meets his family. Not to get into anything, but like, just keep moving forward despite any setbacks, any shortcomings, because that's gonna happen eventually. You know, there's a saying where the person who doesn't fail, or I'm gonna butcher this because like I'm this is I have not. This is all off the top of the dome, but like, the person who feels that nothing has accomplished nothing, or something like that, you know? And that's pretty much it. Like, you just gotta kind of move forward. If you say some stupid shit, you gotta keep the conversation going to, you know, revive it. You can't dwell on the past. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you to anybody who stuck it out to the end. Yeah. Anyway, see ya.